But it's a bit of a whiteout to start with. How's the weather affected your training preparations?
It does affect you. I mean, I think we're all looking forward to the game going ahead on Saturday, weather permitting. But we're in the same boat as a lot of clubs, on Monday, indoor session in the gym, Tuesday we're having to go to the AstroTurf facility, Cumbernauld Juniors, and it's not great, but we've got to get on with it, and hopefully the weather picks up and the game does manage to go ahead on Saturday.
It was a disappointing result against Partick on Saturday. What's been the reaction of the players so far?
Well, they've shown, I think, a case of disappointment and maybe a bit of determination now to, we've got, I think, 13 games left, would that be right? 13 games left, and we know what we need to do. I think we need to probably win at least half of them to give ourselves a chance to stay in the division. So that'll mean having to play better than we did on Saturday. It'll certainly mean converting a couple of the chances that we did have. We didn't really create many chances on Saturday. I think Joe Cardo created one at the beginning of the second half, and he'd done it all himself, really. That would have fancied him, and he's hit the target, and Steve McDougall's effort that just narrowly went by the post. But apart from that, I thought, I still agree that after the game I was disappointed, but more so with the fact that the timing of the first goal, bang on half time, and it was a game that a goal that we could have prevented, and we'd let Partick Thistle dominate us, and that was a disappointment. But the players will come back from that, and whatever team selected on Saturday, I'll go out with the aim to get into the final 8 of the Scottish Cup.
Would you prefer to be playing a cup match this week? Do you prefer playing a cup match this weekend, or after last Saturday's league result, would you rather stick to the league?
Well, people could maybe call it as a little bit of distraction, the fact that the cup game comes after the disappointment. But I would have preferred to. Glad first and foremost to still be in the cup, and I think that's what we're hoping for after Saturday, that we're still going to be in the cup, and we've got a quarter-final tie to look forward to. But it'll not get us distracted for the fact that what we want to do this year is remain in the first division. And right for day one, I thought that was going to be difficult, but it's achievable, and I don't see anything different from that now, even though that we are at the wrong end of the table as such. But it's very, very tight, and it might well be that. I had a look at the points totals for the team that's been relegated in the last 4 or 5 years, and the team that's been in the playoff place, and it may well this year be the highest on record.
Just finally, Kenny, you extended the loan agreement of Willie McLachlan to the end of the season, and you brought in John Baird. Are you happy with the business you've done in the transfer window?
Well, we were interested in 2 or 3 others that we only managed to get a hold of, but that happens in football, and other players choose to make decisions to go to other clubs or to join us. That's great, but certainly Willie I think he'd settled in really well for his initial loan spell for Rangers, and we were delighted to have him on board, and delighted also to get John Baird, who not only can play as a striker, he can also play in midfield. But I see his position as being certainly an attacking option for us. I mean, he was top scorer in the 3rd division last year, and whatever division you play, he scored 23 goals, and that'll be useful for us. I think between now and the end of the season, we'll look to try and get him involved as early as possible, as he was on Saturday, albeit the last 10 minutes is difficult for any player to come on and make an impact. And we've still got the emergency loan situation, where if anyone else does become available, or an injury or a suspension rules us out a player who's featured most for us, we'll certainly look at that situation. But all in all, we're fairly happy with how we go.
Great stuff.